Well, hello, Aquarius, and welcome back to PeonyLore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. Thanks for joining me once again, and taking into consideration the messages that are meant for your highest and best good here for the 19th through the 25th of April. So if you've been following, you understand what we're doing this particular week. We're going to go in with the sacred geometry, which is going to give us the base energy and overall theme and messaging for this particular week. And then we're going to go in with the 5 base cards from the Wild Unknown Tarot, followed up with clarification from the White Sage Tarot. We've got a couple of oracles that are going to come out. We're going to once again go in with the Keepers of the Light. We're going to go in with our angel guides, and this week the angels of Atlantis, the master archangels, wanted to come forward and lend their support. So let's go ahead and find the base theme for you. Ooh, all right, Archangel Cambiel, thank you, thank you, thank you. Aquarius, April 19th through the 25th. Big energy week again, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle that 2 more times, they said. Another big energy week. I understand why it is that they asked me to break up the readings like this particular week. This April is popping. All right, Aquarius. Aquarius. No, I want you to pop out. I don't want to go in and chase anything. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. It's going to be this top card. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, Aquarius, your message is grounding and anchoring. Staying grounded. So this is card number 39, which reduces down to a 12, which actually turns into a catalyst number of number 3. So there's an opportunity coming to you, or situation that's around you at this particular minute, which is going to force you to realize the change is coming, and their guidance is to ensure that you stay grounded. So let's go ahead and get the base cards out here from the Wild Unknown for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then the 1 weekend card for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All right, here we go, Aquarius. All right, Monday energy, major arcana of Scorpio, the death card. Tuesday, the Daughter of Swords. So that's the Page of Swords. There's a message that's coming into you. All right, unexpected, but that's fine. On Wednesday, we have the 8 of Pentacles, continuing to be the master of your craft or working towards something that you are holding near and dear. Thursday's energy is the Judgment card. I'm laughing because so many people have gotten Judgment. This is Pluto energy. This is Scorpio energy for sure. Definitely crown chakra popping off for many of us are Aquarius this particular week, okay? And let's see what card we have for the week. And the Magician, of course, of course, of course, of course, of course, of course. Okay, so let's put this together here. So it looks like, again, there's a change that's coming. Death comes, and death asks you to realize that they're on their way to help you clear out the muck, clear out things that are no longer for you and your highest best good. You have a messenger coming, information. It technically could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or yourself here as the Aquarius, okay? Continuing to work on your craft. You're creating something at this particular moment, and they're asking you to stay grounded. And then we've got the Judgment card. A lot of people have Judgment. This is Pluto energy. This is talking about change, transformation, rebirth, and renewal. So duplicate Pluto energy that's showing up here. And then we round it off with our Magician. Mercury energy, Gemini, Gemini and Virgo energy, okay? Communication, networking, knowledge, travel, okay? So there's a lot that's going on this week. Let's go ahead and break it down. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the White Sage Tarot as I talk about the different astro that's getting ready to come up this particular week, and we're going to take it step by step, okay? So On Monday, we have the sun who's entering Taurus. Last week, Venus went into her child's house, Taurus, and Libra is the other one. And when the sun enters into a particular sign, it really kind of blows up the nature of that sign. So Taurus is all about practical, physical values. A lot of them can be monetary. They don't have to be, but physical resources, right? Okay, so on the 20th, we have yet another asteroid that's now coming into play. Vesta goes direct in the sign of Leo on Tuesday, that 20th. And so Vesta is all about understanding your soul's lessons, okay? We already have Chiron, which is about your personal karma towards someone. Juno is, or the karma that is, you know, you have to resolve. Juno is about realizing where you're at. We talked about that Juno last week. There's a judgment card, so it's getting ready to pop off here. And then Juno's talking about the marriage and commitment. So that went into play last week. And then, of course, Vesta is here. So we have two cards. We have a two major arcana, three major arcana sitting on top of each other. So this is going to be a big day for you. Let's go ahead and get into it. Tuesday, after we have Vesta that starts to go direct in Leo, it creates this stellium in the sign of Taurus. So a stellium is just where there's a lot of energies that are popping off in one particular sign. And so Uranus is going to start to come in and play. Uranus is the energy of the Fool, okay? Aquarian energy, just so that you're aware. Bloop. There we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, there's another one that's buried in there. Ooh, ooh. Okay. So the stellium is going to be with, like I said, Uranus trying to come in and play a little bit. We've got a square with the sun in Taurus. We also have the square with Venus in Taurus. Uranus is coming in. Then we have Chiron and Aries, which is in play on the 20th. And then finally we have Aquarian energy, which is got an opposition with the sign of Saturn. So that's kind of a lot of energy for people, right? So then the next couple of big things that come up here is really trying to relieve stress. A lot of conversations of people are talking about trying to connect with others. It wants to be that one, so that they can relieve their stress, even if it's just by talking and knowing, yeah, there's a lot. Okay. So then the next big section that pops up here really is about the 23rd through the 25th, which is obviously more towards that weekend. If you have Gemini in your chart, or you're aware of someone that's got Gemini in their chart personally, actually I'm going to do this one sideways, they're telling me. Then there's an opportunity for a new boost for a venture to come through, right? It can be a business venture, it can be something else, but it definitely is asking you to stay in an open mind frame when it comes to self-love, because that's so important for what it is that you have going on, right? Then Sagittarian energies coming through as we have that Mars that's starting to do its transition and its dance with Venus trying to transition. It really does want you to start the work that you're trying to design, but you do definitely need to watch out for those particular resources that are coming up. That's specifically the message here on the Monday, where those natural houses are connecting this sun in Taurus, which is talking about minding your resources. Know where things are so that they are available to you when you need them. We'll take that all day long. So when Saturn starts to do its dance in Aquarius, right, and it's got this square that's showing up with Venus and Mercury, there's a potential that there's some contracts or some other things that are popping up that could show up in a delayed form, kind of like a little mini Mercury retrograde. Nothing to be overly concerned about, but the one thing that does pop up with it, and the reason why there's a delay, is potentially with that Libra energy is you have to really be honest about what's going on in love matters. So we started talking about what that meant with Juno last week, and you've had, you know, a week to kind of marinate in that energy. If you haven't come up to what that decision is, you're going to really be pushed to, by the end of this weekend, to really kind of consider where you're at in that area. Okay, so those are the big energies that I was able to articulate. I tried to do the best that I could, and then we'll try to get the signs up a little bit sooner for this next week, because we've got another big series of energies that are going to take place with Pluto retrograde and then full moon that's getting ready to show up in the Scorpio sign. So let's go ahead and get into what we see. Obviously, the last thing that I don't think I mentioned was that on the 23rd, Mars is going into the sign of Cancer. So that is what's creating also another big aspect push for people. All right, can I please get the cards that support the Magician here for our Aquarius? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. I'm not surprised. So there's a double story that's going on here, and so I'm going to split. I'm surprised there wasn't another face value card that showed up here. This would have been the bridge, and this is the additional components that are coming through. Okay, so this is going to be a big weekend here with this Magician energy. A lot of major arcana are showing up here in the board as well. Let's start with one. Let's start with Monday. Okay, like you said, we have the energy of Scorpio, death, transformation. Something needs to change. Something needs to be removed. Something is coming to fruition, and it may have something to do with that Taurian energy. Let's go ahead and find out. So we've got death. We have the Nine of Cups that shows up in the reverse position, which means that you may not necessarily be receiving, or what it is that you had for old wishes and wants and dreams needs to be adjusted just a little bit. We do have the Judgment card that shows up here, which means that there was a judgment made against you, actually, the way that this is being read at this particular moment, okay? So we're trying to eclipse out, we're trying to move past and transform what this particular energy is. The Hierophant shows up here. This is that Taurian energy. This is that energy of Taurus being exalted in its sun energy. And it is talking about understanding where values are. Physical values, tangible, touchable things that you need, resources, right? We have the Lovers card that shows up here. Okay, so when you have the Nine of Cups in the upright position, what it is talking about is having all of the things. It's being completely satiated with everything that's going on in your particular world, and it doesn't look like something was going in the right direction, because the Lovers is really talking about, can be physical lovers, it can be union with yourself, or it can be a choice that needed to be made, and you feeling as though you needed to have made or will be making a choice in this particular Monday that's coming up. All right. When we get to this Tuesday energy, we have the energy of yourself. We've got, you know, this air sign popping in, this Daughter of Swords, this Page of Swords, someone that's taken a peek at the back, or someone that is going to be providing some new information. This new information may or may not have you squirreling just a little bit with the Nine of Swords that's there. It's anxiety. It's the release of that anxiety. It's the release of that being bottled up. It's that release of mental strain and stress, because the Daughter of Swords is bringing you new information that's helping to clear that out. This clearing out has to do with something that's coming on with an individual or memories of the past, okay? It's very potential that this memory of the past has something to do with the water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. It doesn't necessarily have to be that sign, but at the end of the day, this Page of Cups was not able to step forward and bring forth this new loving opportunity. So you go with the 6 and the 7. It wasn't necessarily time for this new choice or these new opportunities to step forward. And then we have the Page of Swords capping off her own self, or yourself, as the Page of Swords here, saying, yep, there was a decision that's coming that you need to be aware of. That's, you know, it's good energy. It's clarity is what it is. When you start and you end with the same card, it's clarity. And so there's clarity that's coming about this particular situation that starts on that Monday. When we get to Wednesday, we have this Eight of Pentacles, which is talking about being the master of your craft, continuing to work, continuing to work through what's happening here. We have the Moon in the reverse position, which means something has been revealed to you. There's an offer that's been made. Hang on. There is an offer that's been made, okay? And you have the clarity now with the Ace of Swords being branded to understand what it is that you need to be able to do with that offer. So we also have the energy of Temperance that's kind of hanging out here. So this is Sagittarian energy. This is clarity. This is balance. This is restoration of health. This is another way for the universe to try to provide you with a gift. It is making sure that you're pouring into yourself just as much as you're pouring into others. This is divine alchemy that's showing up at this particular moment. This is the universe behind the scenes doing things for your best and highest good, which is why they're saying to you, you need to stay in your lane here on Wednesday, and you need to continue to work to do what it is that you need to work on. You're received, or you will receive, the information that you need. This clarity is absolutely coming. This Ace of Swords is a double-edged sword. This Ace of Swords comes to individuals when they need to wield it in order to be given this gift to do something with it. So the double-edged sword with the Ace of Swords is, you can chop someone off at the knees and be very, very curt with it, or you can try to be a little bit more genteel about how it is that you need to do things, right? So that's the gift that's coming to you. And then there is an offer. You don't have to accept the offer, but there is an offer that's coming to you on this particular moment. Okay, so Temperance. This is going to be some major energy that's coming through, okay? So I'm not trying to sound hesitant, but there's so much that's getting ready to happen here. You're just being told to stay in your lane. There is a restoration that's coming. There is a gift that's coming, all right? So now let's move into the energy of Thursday. So we have the Judgment. Kind of talked about this a little bit. This is Plutonian energy. This is also Scorpio energy, okay? So when Scorpio starts to make a change, and then you see Judgment that shows up here, you have to be ready to receive, because Judgment is that energy of renewal. It is that, it's that energy of accepting transformation. So it is a gift that's coming from the universe, and they're asking you to take advantage and receive that gift in one sense, okay? So the Hangman sitting sideways here is another major arcana, okay? The Hangman is asking us to, within that Neptunian, Piscean type of energy, to really reflect on where you're at that particular moment. Have you gone in? Have you received the clarity, right? Because it looks like you're receiving the clarity here on this Wednesday's energy, with having had something revealed to you, this clarity coming through so that you can do something with it, a gift coming, Temperance coming to restore you personally, mind, body, and spirit. Have you received everything that is that you need to receive at this particular moment? Can you understand that we're trying to bring you something? And what we're trying to bring you something within this King of Wands energy is something that's passionate. It's something that you want. It's something that's going to be coming to you very, very quickly, okay? This fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarian energy, because what it is that it wants to bring you is this 10 of Cups moment, right? So that's all these beautiful, grand, glorious things that are showing up, okay? You just have to be ready to understand that it's time to allow something new to come in. So if you can stay grounded and anchor yourself in knowing that there's some things that are going to happen and they're all for your best and highest good, then you're really in a good spot, okay? I know that's a mouthful, but and then we get into the weekend energy of the Magician. Mercury, right? Gemini, Virgo, heavy, heavy third eye people, okay? Knowingness, communication, knowledge, socialization, a lot of communication, talking. And exactly this, the first message is you have what's in you in order to manage either the lack of, with this 8 of Wands in reverse, something didn't get said that you felt needed to be said, or something that you thought was on its way that didn't show up. You have the knowledge to understand what to do with that. And it means that there's some clarity. So when you wielded that sword, this Ace of Swords that was right here, the Queen of Swords now steps forward and says, you did the right thing. You're completely clear in what it is that you had to do. So Aquarius, you're in your element at this particular moment, okay? This 5 of Swords that showed up is realizing that you have been able to defeat conflict in a sense. Like, you have the ability to get past any of this conflict that's coming in. And a lot of it is really in self-imposed conflict. Some of it is a little bit of stinking thinking that's going on here. But the other portion of it is that you have enough power within you to really say what you need to say. And you're prepared to have a sticky conversation with someone, all right? And the sticky conversation can be dealt with in one of two ways. Again, cutting people off at the knees or doing something with ease and grace. Do you need to get into this argument? Do you really need to? If you really have to, if there's a situation that has to come to head, you have to do what you have to be able to do. You're just being offered the opportunity to do it with ease and grace. Second opportunity here is that this 5 of Wands energy is absolutely a conflict that's coming. And it's not something that you can avoid. There's something that must be discussed, okay? So we've got the major arcana of Libra sitting here, all right? And so this Libra energy wants everything to be just. She wants this Venus energy to be balanced. She wants everything to be good. And it does look like if you can do this with ease and grace, then you will be kind of victorious when it comes to this particular situation, because it now, instead of it being a big kerfluffle, you've kind of diffused it a little bit, if that makes any sense. Like you've taken the big strong strength out of this big issue and you've made it something that's palatable. That is the magic that you have within you. Knight of Cups energy, okay? Water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces again, all right? Knight of Cups comes through to say that this particular energy, or this particular individual potentially, is completely open, all right? Heart is completely open. He's emotionally available to listen to whatever it is that needs to be said. He's able to receive the information. He's able to transform that information and now do something with it for his people, for his kingdom, if you want to think about it in big broad energy like that, right? The other energy that comes out of it again is this Hermit energy. And so this Hermit energy that comes through is the Virgo energy that we kind of talked about before. And you know, Virgo really is about perfection, and Virgo is about service. Virgo also is one of those earth signs that could potentially be in this whole big mix of all the different things that are going on here. But at the end of the day, the Hermit is saying you are the light. You have the light within you. You have the light to continue to do the things that you need to be able to do, and for the best and highest good, not only for yourself, but you have enough to spill over into other people at this particular moment. It does mean sometimes going in and just sucking it in, sucking in those words, sucking in that attitude, and I don't mean negatively as far as attitude, but diffusing the situation. And it does look like you're going to be able to do that very, very well. So Aquarius, whatever this particular situation is, in some instances, I know for a fact that it's a relationship that there's some shit that's going on, okay? And you are desperately trying to get to a point where you're saying your piece so that you can be heard and releasing yourself from any of those negativities. So what I feel for a lot of you is that you took that Juno reading from last week, right? Validating, confirming where you're at when it comes to your commitment, and you're having those conversations, right? You're still being asked to do the work. There's information that's coming to you, but you're clear at this particular moment. You're clear. There isn't anything that's holding you back from anxiety. This Six of Cups, like I said, is someone from your past that's coming back to you. Page of Cups wasn't ready. Not ready to handle this information that this Page of Swords was trying to offer. In this particular situation, by the time it gets to the weekend, there is an opportunity for it now to be received, because you've thought about what it is that's going on. You've thought about this passion. You've thought about this king or this kingly information it is that you want. And it can potentially be another individual, can be this fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, that maybe you're realizing, I got to leave this and I'm going to try to do this, and I got to tell this person this, that this is where my magic is and needs to be in a different position. It can go a couple of different ways, but at the end of the day, there's the Ten of Cups moment. And the only thing I have to say about the Ten of Cups moment is that it is all the things that you want. It is harmony being brought back into the situation, especially if you're trying to put a relationship that's been a little bit strained back together, personal or business, okay? So that's what I have on that one. Let's go ahead and pull out one of the masters. Let's see what Keeper of the Light would like to step forward and support our Aquarius this week. All right. What does our Aquarius need to know? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, no. I want you to pop out. I'm not trying to use my energy. I want to have it revealed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't want to chase anything down. All the way, please. Aquarius, April 19th through the 25th. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Cambiel, here we go. Grounding and anchoring, staying grounded. That is kind of, I can tell you, that's a hard thing to do, because I am an air sign naturally, and we're always in our head, right? So it's hard sometimes to come out of the clouds and actually just put our feet on the ground and just be in it for a little bit. But when we get grounded, it just makes our natural clarity just shine so much. You get a lot out of it, right? Got to use all of the elements. Got to use all of the elements to our best and highest good. Okay. Why are we having so many problems with this? Come on, universe. Shaking out the muck. All right. Let's do that again. Clarity, clarity, clarity for our Aquarius for the 19th through the 25th. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please and thank you. All right, here we go. Aquarius. There it is. Thank you. All right. The master that wants to step forward is the Holy Spirit. Okay? Expect miracles. Remember that only love is real, and miracles will occur naturally. Spirit does have your back. I think that's gorgeous. And I am being guided to go into this book. There's a piece of information that's in here when we talk about the Holy Spirit. Here we go. Where's my glasses? Here they are. Let's put these little bad boys on here. Come on, you guys. Never have to go into these things. What? What? What in the actual? Hang on. How is it possible? What? There's like literally no entry in for this card. What? All right, let's try it this way. Let's try it the sub meaning. There we go. Page 44. Angelic guidance much? Oh my goodness gracious. This is so interesting to me. There's like literally no entry on this page for this book. So you know what? Just give me 3 seconds because this is tripping me out. How is it possible that there's no entry in this book for this card? How did I never like get that far to not see that? Well, regardless, the message is you just have to follow the Holy Spirit. I am literally going to have to go off camera and like literally read every single page in this book and match it up to every card that I have. I have never noticed that before. So sorry. So sorry. So sorry for taking your time out of that one. Holy Spirit, expect miracles. Bam. No page in the book. All right, let's go ahead and let's find out what the angel guidance. Maybe that's why it took forever for this card to come out. I don't know. All right. Trippy but beautiful. Trippy but beautiful. All right. All right. Angel guidance for our Aquarius. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Week of the 19th through the 25th with this change and this grounding that's going to be needed at this particular moment. Thank you. Signs and reminders. So the universe is going to be dropping little hints for you. So for me, I always see and I find feathers in my house for no reason. I was in my front bathroom the other day. Just huge feather, just sitting there. Has no reason to be there. I do not have birds for, I do not have birds. And I just realized what a deagle nuts I am right here. That's one of the signs that I have. Dropping pennies is another way that they try to get your attention and let you know that they're there. There's so many different signs. Seeing the 333, 444, 1111, sequence of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever that sequence happens to be, that is their way of trying to get you. Okay, so the reason that I was freaking out is because I was in the wrong book. Sorry. All right. Okay, so it does say that a real turnaround is possible now. and that angels are really dancing all around you, leaving you behind thoughts, memories, and feelings. Leave behind thoughts, memories, and feelings that are no longer serving you. And remember that the love of yourself, and that is who you truly are. Move into your heart space and allow that love to shine out into the world. Then miracles can really happen. So apologize for that complete gaffe. That's the first time I've done that in a long time, but it is what it is. Basically, it's getting over the illusion of fear and allowing yourself to get to that point where you can receive. So this is in alignment with, like I said, where that judgment is. Everything else is fear, false evidence appearing real. Signs and reminders, they are showing up for you. So the signs and reminders are going to be different for every person. It could be hearing the same song. I mean, this is one of the first ways I realized many years ago that I was in the awakening part of the ascension was I kept hearing the same damn song every day, 3 times a day. And I'm like, seriously, radio station? And then I stopped listening to the radio and I started listening to talk radio, NPR, junk like that. You know what I'm saying? And the same damn reference would pop up. That is also one of the favorite ways that the angels like to get connected with people. Song and lyric, all right? So just putting that out there. Be cognizant of the signs that are coming through. All right, so the Master Archangels wanted to step forward this week. The angels of Atlantis themselves. And let's see which angel wants to step forward for our Aquarius. Thank you. Here it is. Archangel Hanael, the Archangel of Hope. Take a look at all of the symbology with this, with the birds, right? Air energy. The dove, love, hope. And then the Holy Spirit energy is talking about this, another dove on the chest with these particular wings baked into the sacred geometry on the hands, this healing, okay? So you can call on Archangel Haniel to help you with any hope if you're feeling that you need that extra boost of support there. Okay, so we're going to go in now and we're going to pull in a couple of cards from the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, just to try to cap this off and see if there's anything else that I could try to help articulate for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Aquarius. First one out. Inheritance. Okay. So that's that Saturn energy, but it is the energy of Scorpio. So this is being able to navigate, it's these top two. It is being able to navigate some sort of shared resource that you have with somebody else. Family, brother, sister, mother, father, grandfather, cousins, uncles, whatever the case may be. It is this one, not those ones. And the inheritance is there's some information that you are aware of, okay? And perhaps this is where this union starts to go through its little weird wonky spot here on this Monday and this Tuesday. But this inheritance is talking about something that is related around physical finance for a lot of different people. Something that you actually have, or something that someone has to give you that has your name attached to it. So there's a part of that whole process right there. The other two cards that pop out that I find are very interesting is Venus in, no, this isn't Venus, I'm sorry. This is actually Mercury energy in Pisces. So this is inspiration. So what you have to do is you have to be inspired to do something with energy, especially if you're frustrated, which is why they're asking you to continue to stay grounded. You need to be able to manage this information in a way that it's going to lead you to that spark when it starts to pop up for you. Now, let me take a quick peek here. That's that sparky energy that we have here, okay? The next card that pops up is isolation. Also, Saturn energy, and this is Virgo at this particular moment, okay? So Capricorn, Aquarius energy, that's exactly what this is, supporting the change and the transformation and the cycles. This is talking about getting yourself out of where you're at and moving forward, okay? And then the last card that pops up here is the Taurian energy that we've been talking about a lot, this Mercury energy, this Taurian energy. So I feel what's getting ready to happen more so than anything else is this weekend here. The resistance card that comes up is, where is your, I don't want to use the word loyalty, but where is your breaking point? Where's your breaking point? And I feel that this conversation that needs to be had with regards to something, you were, like I said, this magician, is you're going to be able to get down to the bottom of it, and you're going to be able to receive the clarity. But there's resistance, and it doesn't necessarily have to be you as much as it is somebody else. But where's your breaking point when it comes to having to get to that point for realization for people, right? Okay, so final information. We're going to go into our book, and we're going to read a little bit of the sacred geometry for this particular card. Like I said, card number 39, reducing down to a 12, catalyst energy of a 3. 39. I cannot believe that I did that gaffe, you guys, but I'll get over it. All right. So the mantra, should you need support and you want to take advantage of that, is I am firmly grounded in my physical body. I am firmly grounded in my physical body. I am firmly grounded in my physical body. So it's important to remind yourself that you have to be connected to the earthen element, especially when you're a high vibrating individual, okay? You've got to maintain that connection so that you can always receive the detail that you're supposed to be able to receive, okay? Visualization can help you, closing your eyes and dropping down your root chakra, if you understand what that means. I mean, excuse me, dropping down your anchor. Like imagine like there's like this beautiful anchor that's like releasing down from your body, and it's curling around the earth itself. You can physically walk. You can ground yourself by physically gardening. You can exercise. You can walk on the beach, put your feet in the dirt, put your feet in the grass. Any of those different types of theory. Hug a tree, love a tree, right? And make sure that you're drinking plenty of water, because that's one of the best ways to make sure that you're being grounded.